Come with me for a moment, and let us ascend. We rise gently, leaving the concerns of the ground behind. Below us, a remarkable city begins to unfold. This is Wenzhou, a place where ancient rhythms meet the steady pulse of the new. From this vantage point, high in the quiet air, the world takes on a different form. The noise of daily life melts away, replaced by a visual symphony. The light of the morning sun catches the edges of buildings and the curves of rivers, painting the scene in soft, warm hues. We are observers, floating peacefully, watching the grand tapestry of a city nestled between mountains and sea. It is a place of profound and gentle beauty. Here, suspended above the world, we can truly appreciate the scale and artistry of nature and humanity working in concert. The air is still, and our perspective is vast. Our journey begins where the land meets the sea. Look down upon Wenzhou's coastline, a magnificent and sprawling embrace with the East China Sea. It is not a simple straight line, but a complex and intricate fringe, scalloped and indented by the patient work of the tides over millennia. Here, the water whispers against the shore in a constant, gentle rhythm. From our height, the waves are but soft white threads unfurling upon the sand and rock. The color of the sea is a deep, calming sapphire that lightens to a pale aquamarine in the shallows. The coastline tells a story of resilience and constant change, a place of immense natural power. Yet from here it appears utterly peaceful. Islands like scattered emeralds dot the seascape just beyond the mainland. Some are large and inhabited, their small settlements visible as tiny clusters of rooftops. Others are mere specks of green, sanctuaries for seabirds, their rocky shores washed clean by the ceaseless motion of the ocean. These islands break the monotony of the open water, creating a more intimate and varied coastal scene. Along the shore we can observe the evidence of human partnership with the sea. The orderly grids of aquaculture farms float upon the calm waters of sheltered bays. They appear as neat, dark patches on the shimmering surface, a testament to a long-standing relationship between the people of Wenzhou and the bounty of the ocean. Small fishing boats like water striders move with a quiet purpose, their wakes leaving fleeting V-shaped trails on the water's surface. It is a scene of quiet industry, of a community living in harmony with the great body of water that defines its identity and provides its sustenance. The light plays a crucial role in this coastal theater. As the sun climbs higher in the sky, it glints and sparkles upon the water's surface, creating a dazzling display of countless diamonds. The colors shift and change with the passing clouds, from bright, clear blues to muted, moody grays. The beaches, seen from our aerial perch, are ribbons of pale gold, separating the deep green of the land from the deep blue of the sea. It is a place of elemental beauty, a simple yet profound composition of earth, water, and light. Now, let us turn our gaze inland, to the lifeblood of Wenzhou, the magnificent Wu River. From our vantage point, it appears as a grand silver ribbon, meandering gracefully through the heart of the landscape. It is not a static feature, but a dynamic and vital artery, carrying with it the stories and commerce of the region. The river winds its way from the distant western mountains, its path a testament to the patient, erosive power of water. Its surface reflects the sky above, creating a moving canvas of blue and white. On a calm day it is a perfect mirror, doubling the beauty of the bridges that span it and the buildings that line its banks. The river is a corridor of life and movement. We can see barges and ferries moving with a slow, deliberate grace, their progress almost imperceptible from this height. They are the patient shuttles of this waterway, connecting different parts of the city and the surrounding countryside. Their wakes spread out behind them in gentle, widening patterns, ripples that disturb the placid surface for only a moment before it returns to a state of calm. The riverbanks themselves are a tapestry of greens, from the manicured parks of the city to the wilder, more untamed vegetation further upstream. The Wu River is both a natural wonder and a vital piece of human infrastructure, seamlessly integrated into the fabric of Wenzhou. Observe how the city has grown around this vital waterway, respecting its course and celebrating its presence. Promenades and green spaces line its banks, visible as thin, verdant strips where people can connect with the water. The river acts as a natural division, separating districts of the city, yet it also unites them through the elegant bridges that cross it. It is a central organizing principle for the urban layout. The water provides a sense of openness and space within the dense urban environment, a place for the eye to rest and the mind to find peace. The river's steady, unhurried flow seems to impart a similar sense of calm to the city that has grown alongside it. As the day progresses, the character of the river changes. In the morning, it may be shrouded in a light mist, giving it an ethereal, otherworldly quality. At midday, its surface can be a blinding sheet of silver under the direct sun, and in the late afternoon it captures the warm golden tones of the setting sun, transforming into a river of liquid gold. This ever-changing spectacle is a source of constant, quiet fascination. The Ayu River is more than just a body of water. It is the soul of Wenzhou, a timeless presence that has nourished the land and its people for centuries, and continues to do so with unwavering grace. Let us now lift our eyes to the horizon, where the city gives way to a different kind of majesty. Wenzhou is not a city on a flat plain. It is cradled and embraced by rolling green hills. From our aerial perspective, these hills look like soft, velvety folds in a great emerald blanket. They rise gently from the coastal plains, their slopes covered in a dense tapestry of trees and vegetation. Their rounded peaks create a beautiful, undulating skyline that stands in gentle contrast to the sharp geometric lines of the city below. These hills are the city's protective guardians, shielding it from the harsh winds and bestowing upon it a sense of seclusion and peace. The color of these hills is a deep and soothing green, a shade that speaks of life, vitality, and ancient forests. Here and there we can see the lighter green of bamboo groves or the darker shades of pine forests. The textures are rich and varied, from the smooth canopy of treetops to the rugged, rocky outcrops that occasionally break through the foliage. Winding roads like thin gray threads snake their way up the slopes, disappearing into the dense woods. These are paths to temples, scenic viewpoints, or small hidden villages, suggesting a world of quiet contemplation away from the bustle of the city. The hills offer a sanctuary, a place of natural retreat. These are not just inert landforms, they are alive with the subtle signs of nature's cycles. In the morning, valleys may be filled with a sea of mist, with only the highest peaks emerging like islands in a cloudy ocean. As the sun warms the land, this mist slowly dissipates, revealing the intricate details of the landscape below. We might catch a glimpse of a hidden waterfall, a white cascade against the dark green rock, its sound too distant to hear, its beauty purely visual. The hills are a constant presence, changing their mood and appearance with the weather and the time of day, offering a continuous display of quiet natural drama. The presence of these hills has a profound effect on the character of Wenzhou. They ensure that nature is never far away. Even from the heart of the city, one can look up and see the green slopes, a reminder of the wild and beautiful world that lies just beyond the urban fringe. This proximity to nature provides a sense of balance and harmony. The city does not conquer the landscape. It coexists with it. The emerald embrace of the hills is a fundamental part of Wenzhou's identity, a source of beauty, inspiration, and a deep grounding sense of peace. Now let us drift directly over the urban heart of Wenzhou. From this height, the city reveals its intricate structure, a complex and fascinating organism. The dense grid of streets and avenues creates a pattern not unlike a circuit board, a network designed for flow and connection. The buildings, from this perspective, are geometric blocks of varying heights, forming a modern, three-dimensional mosaic. The tallest skyscrapers pierce the sky, their glass facades reflecting the clouds and the light, standing as proud symbols of the city's prosperity and ambition. Yet, even here, in the most densely packed areas, there is a sense of order and design. The movement within the city, which can feel so chaotic at ground level, appears wonderfully orchestrated from above. The flow of traffic on the main thoroughfares is like blood moving through arteries. A constant, steady pulse. Cars and buses are tiny, colorful specks, moving with a shared purpose along their designated routes. We cannot hear the horns or the engines, only witness the silent, coordinated dance. The city's heartbeat is not one of frantic noise, but of smooth, continuous motion. It is a system in perfect operation, a testament to the collective efforts of the millions who call this place home. Amongst the modern concrete and glass, we can spot pockets of green. These are the city's parks and public squares, the lungs of the urban environment. They appear as welcome patches of emerald and jade, offering visual relief from the grey of the streets and buildings. We can see the careful arrangement of trees, the winding paths, and perhaps even the glint of a pond or a fountain. These spaces are vital, providing areas for relaxation, recreation, and community gathering. From our aerial view, they are essential components of the city's design, ensuring that nature has its place even within the most developed areas, contributing to the overall harmony of the scene. Look closer, and you can discern the different characters of various districts. Here, the orderly rows of modern apartment buildings. There, the more chaotic but charming jumble of rooftops in an older neighborhood. We can see the sprawling complexes of universities and the vast rectangles of sports stadiums. Each area has its own unique texture and pattern, telling a different story about its function and its history. The entire city, laid out before us, is a rich and complex text waiting to be read. It is a place of immense energy and life, yet from our peaceful perch, this energy is transformed into a silent, captivating spectacle of human ingenuity and community. In the middle of the Yu River, embraced by its gentle currents, lies a jewel of tranquility, Jiangshan Island. From our aerial perspective, it appears as a lush green oasis floating serenely between the two halves of the city. It is an island of parks and pavilions, a place deliberately set aside for peace and reflection. Its shape is organic, elongated by the flow of the river, and it is almost entirely covered in a rich canopy of trees. The deep greens of ancient banyans and camphor trees are punctuated by the bright colors of flowering gardens and the traditional curved roofs of temples and pagodas. It is a perfect composition of nature and culture. The island is famously home to two pagodas, one at its eastern end and one at its western. From above, they stand as elegant vertical accents in the landscape, their tiered roofs creating a beautiful rhythmic pattern. They are like two ancient lighthouses, though they guide not ships, but the spirit. For centuries they have stood watch over the river and the city, silent witnesses to the passage of time. Surrounding them, we can see the meticulously maintained gardens, with winding pathways that invite leisurely strolls. The entire island is a masterpiece of landscape design, intended to soothe the soul and delight the eye. We can observe the two bridges that connect Jiangshan Island to the mainland, slender tethers that allow people to access this peaceful retreat. From our vantage point, we can see tiny figures moving across these bridges and along the island's paths. They are visitors seeking respite from the city's hustle, finding solace beneath the shade of the ancient trees or by the water's edge. The island serves as a vital communal space, a shared garden for the entire city. Its existence speaks to a deep cultural appreciation for nature and the importance of creating spaces for quiet contemplation within an urban environment. As we hover above, we can appreciate the island's perfect symmetry and its harmonious relationship with the surrounding river. The water flows gently past its shores, and the island in turn seems to calm the river's passage. It is a place where the elements are in perfect balance. Jiangshan Island is not just a park, it is the poetic heart of Wenzhou. It is a floating garden, a timeless sanctuary, and a beautiful testament to the city's ability to preserve beauty and tranquility in the midst of progress. Its serene presence offers a profound sense of peace to all who gaze upon it. Let us now focus our attention on the structures that bind this city together, its many bridges. Spanning the wide expanse of the Yu River and its tributaries, these bridges are more than mere feats of engineering. They are graceful works of art. From our high vantage point, they look like elegant stitches, carefully sewing the fabric of the city together, connecting communities and enabling the flow of life. We can see bridges of all kinds, from the modern cable-stayed giants with their tall harp-like pylons to the lower, more functional beam bridges that carry the relentless traffic of the city. Each one has its own character, its own unique design. The Ujiang River Bridge, a grand and impressive structure, is a particularly striking sight from the air. Its massive towers rise with a confident grace, and the fan of cables supporting the road deck creates a pattern of beautiful geometric precision. It is a symbol of modern Wenzhou, a statement of its forward-looking vision and its technical prowess. Cars move across it in steady streams, looking like tiny metallic beads sliding along a wire. The bridge is not just a conduit for traffic, it is a landmark in its own right, a piece of sculpture on a grand scale that enhances the beauty of the river it crosses. In contrast to these modern marvels, we can also imagine the older bridges, some perhaps now gone, that once served the city. The history of Wenzhou is a history of crossing water, of finding ways to connect and to trade. The bridges we see today are the latest chapter in that long story. They follow the paths of ancient ferry routes, solidifying connections that have existed for centuries. They represent a continuum of ingenuity, from the first simple wooden structures to the complex steel and concrete spans of today. From above, we can appreciate this lineage, seeing the bridges as connections not just across water, but across time. The play of light and shadow on these structures adds another layer of beauty to the scene. In the early morning or late afternoon, the low sun casts long, dramatic shadows of the bridges onto the river's surface, creating a fleeting, distorted echo of their form. At night, they come alive with light, their outlines traced in brilliant chains of gold and white, their reflections shimmering and dancing on the dark water below. They are a constant source of visual delight, a testament to humanity's ability to create structures that are both immensely practical and breathtakingly beautiful. As our gentle journey through the sky nears its end, the sun begins its slow descent towards the western hills. This is the magical hour of twilight, a time of profound tranquility and breathtaking beauty. The light changes from the bright clarity of day to a soft, warm, golden glow. This golden light bathes the entire city in a serene radiance, softening the edges of buildings and lending a nostalgic warmth to the landscape. The river, which was silver or blue during the day, now transforms into a molten channel of copper and gold, perfectly reflecting the spectacular colors of the sky above. From our lofty perch, we can watch as the city undergoes a remarkable transformation. The first lights begin to flicker on, one by one, then in clusters, then in a great, spreading constellation. The streets become rivers of light, with the white headlights and red taillights of the traffic creating mesmerizing, flowing patterns. The skyscrapers, which were reflective surfaces during the day, now begin to glow from within, their countless windows becoming small, bright squares in a vast, illuminated grid. The city, which was a spectacle of form and texture by day, becomes a spectacle of light by night. The transition is a slow and graceful one. For a while, the fading light of the sky and the emerging light of the city coexist in perfect balance. The sky turns from orange and gold to shades of pink, purple, and finally, a deep indigo. Against this magnificent backdrop, the lights of Wenzhou seem to shine even more brightly. The bridges, in particular, become dazzling features, their architectural forms outlined in brilliant light, their reflections doubling the spectacle in the dark, calm water of the Ao River. It is a moment of pure magic, a time when the man-made world and the natural world conspire to create a scene of unforgettable beauty. This is perhaps the most peaceful time to view the city from above. The frantic energy of the day has subsided, replaced by a calmer, more settled rhythm. The soft glow of the city lights is not harsh or jarring, but warm and inviting. It speaks of homes and hearths, of people gathering at the end of the day. The entire panorama is one of peace and contentment. It is a final, gentle spectacle, a reminder of the beauty that can be found in moments of transition and quiet. The city at twilight is a sight that soothes the soul and fills the heart with a sense of wonder. Our time in the quiet skies above Wenzhou is now drawing to a close. We begin our slow, gentle descent, the grand panorama gradually resolving back into the familiar details of the world below. The vast tapestry of the city, the sea, and the mountains gives way to individual rooftops, streets, and trees. But we carry with us the memory of the view from above, the unique perspective that revealed the city's true harmony and grace. We have witnessed its silent heartbeat, traced the silver path of its river, and felt the peaceful embrace of its emerald hills. We have seen a world of intricate beauty, hidden in plain sight. This journey was an invitation to pause, to breathe, and to see a familiar world in a new light. From a distance, the complexities of life seem to fall into a more coherent and beautiful pattern. The noise fades and a deeper, more peaceful rhythm emerges. Every city, every landscape holds such beauty, waiting to be discovered. It requires only that we take the time to look, to shift our perspective, and to open our minds to the quiet wonders that surround us. The world is full of such places, each with its own unique story, its own special kind of tranquility. Let the sense of calm that we have found here high above the city linger with you. Let it be a reminder that peace can be found by simply changing your point of view. The beauty of Wenzhou, nestled between mountain and sea, is a testament to the enduring and harmonious relationship between humanity and the natural world. It is a place of energy and stillness, of ancient traditions and modern aspirations, all coexisting in a remarkable and graceful balance. This balance is what creates the deep, resonant beauty we have had the privilege to observe. So as we touch down, let us carry this new perspective with us. Be encouraged to explore, not just distant lands, but the world immediately around you. Look up at the sky, notice the play of light on a building, trace the path of a river, and appreciate the green spaces that bring life to our communities. There is a world of wonder waiting, and sometimes all it takes is a moment of quiet observation to see it. Let this be not an end, but a beginning, an invitation to continue seeking out beauty and finding peace in the magnificent tapestry of our world.